What's up? Welcome to GZR Ground Zero Radio.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yeah. Ground Zero is the very best of Orange County's original music scene and beyond. Beyond.
That's your cue, Mike.
Beyond. Mike, Karen, give us the music industry news.
Well, happy National Power Rangers and Red Wine Day.
I knew it.
Boom.
Not to be confused with Red Power Rangers or
This is
some
the
other
toy,
kind of wine
right?
day.
It's the toy? Power
Well,
Ranger?
movies and
Okay.
everything.
All right.
Okay. All right. And today, music history. 1960. This is a real interesting fact you might want to listen to. In 1960, 17-year-old Barry White completes his 4-month prison term for stealing 300 tires from a Cadillac dealership.
Are you serious?
Having heard Elvis sing "It's Now or Never" in prison, he leaves prison determined to make music his life. He later in life said this was a major changing moment for him.
Well, I got to say I love me some Barry White vocals.
And and you know what? I love tires. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great. 1965, the Rolling Stones signed with Decca Records and inked a management contract with Alan Klein. We know where that got them. And this one, in 2003, Britney Spears and Madonna share a big kiss during the opening performance of the MTV Video Music Awards. Madonna then plants one on Christina Aguilera, but then we only get a glimpse of it because the director cuts to a shot of good old Justin Timberlake in the audience with the drop in his jaw. That's my girl.
Really?
Yeah,
This is the kind of stuff we're watching?
Yeah, well, that's when they tried to, show crazy stuff.
Shock.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shock.
woo, wow, whatever.
Great. Okay, some notable birthdays this week. Today, Florence Welch of Florence and the Machine, Leanne Rimes, and Danny Serafin of Chicago. Also, actor-singer David Soul, and last but definitely not least, Shania Twain. Happy birthday, Shania.
Excellent.
And David Soul. Thursday,
Wonderful.
we got happy early birthday going out to Gina Shock of the Go-Go's, Debbie Gibson, and good old Tony DeFranco. Also, Rudolph Schenka.
All right. Now we're talking.
And then Friday,
What, is he like 90? I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
no, he's not quite as old as you. Friday,
Oh, boy.
early happy birthday goes out to Gloria Estefan and Barry Gibb. And then Steve Picaro on Saturday.
Nice.
Sunday, happy birthday goes Al Jardine of the Beach Boys. And then here's a sampling of local happenings this week. Tonight, Dog Stars at the Observatory, doing their Summer Between the Power Lines and Palm Trees tour. Tuesday night, we've got Catch a Rising Star at Campus Jacks.
Yay.
Nice.
Wednesday, we got Big Monsta and Sparkle Jets UK at the Wayfarer.
Good band.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, everybody in Sparkle Jets.
Yep.
It's Mike and Tris. How you doing? Okay. And Friday, we got Gilby Clark and Enough's Enough at the Coach House.
That's a killer show.
Saturday, we have Weezer at 5 Points Amp. Also Saturday, we got Head PE at the House of Blues and that powerhouse band, Max Sabbath at the Garden Amp.
Excellent. Chris.
Boom.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then I want to mention this one kind of early on. September 9th, an event for a great cause called A Concert for the Ed Asner Family Center will be at the Orpheum in L.A., featuring Stone Temple Pilots, Toto, Ringo Starr, and Joe Bonamassa.
Wow.
It's going to be with an all-star band. I mean, we're already
Well,
talking
yeah.
all-stars here. But it's for supporting people with special needs. So check it out. Concert for Ed Asner Family Center. Just look up Ed Asner Family Center. If you can't make the drive, well, maybe you can give them something. So,
Sure, yeah.
anyways, just want to
Yeah.
mention that. And That's the news.
Oh, thank you, Mike. That was awesome.
Awesome.
And we're trying to not interrupt you, but it's too fun. So sorry.
Well, it's fun. Well, we need the chatter. We need oohs and ahs and clapping and right. A lot of birthdays.
I know, right?
A whole lot of birthdays.
The one I do remember, Shania Twain, and somebody else, but that's the one I remember.
She has a new
Sorry.
album out, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, she has a new album out. Go Shania Twain.
Yep. She'll come back big time.
Talk about all-stars.
Yes.
We have Jawn Star in the
Yes,
studio.
we do, Jawn
with us
Star.
tonight.
Welcome, sir.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
What a segue.
How nice, huh?
So glad to have you here. Jawn Star, I'm sure many of you remember this awesome band called Player and the song Baby Come Back.
Jeez.
You can blame it all on me.
That song is
I
still
was wrong, and I
regular
just
play.
can't live without you. Baby,
nice.
yes.
But we won't be playing that one tonight.
We already may be in trouble. That was 1 second too long.
Jawn Star, he is definitely an all-star, and we're very pleased to have him here tonight. John, how many albums have you released? Because I was trying to look through your discography. That's a tongue twister.
Yes.
And I was trying to, I follow you on Spotify, obviously, and I was looking at all that counting, and I lose count after 8. So
Yeah.
how many albums do you have out?
I don't know, because I've put all the current stuff out, and then I went back and got some old stuff and kind of remastered it and stuck it out there, rebranded it as Jawn Star. The projects I was doing, were different names. And so I don't know. I should really go count. And then there's albums that I don't have copies of. Some early stuff, and then maybe somebody's got a cassette somewhere, or from early days, the self-published stuff before you'd put it online.
Right.
You were basically, either doing records, vinyl, or cassettes. Or my first album was kind of an EP. It was on an 8-track cartridge.
Oh, boy.
So
Awesome.
yeah,
those are
that
cool.
goes back a
Hey,
ways.
it'd be worth looking on eBay. You never know.
Oh, you know what? That's funny you should mention that, because people will buy, one of your, say, CDs these days. And this has been a few years since I've seen this. And then you'll be looking through Amazon, or you'll Google yourself. Come on, we all do it
We all
from
do
time
it.
to time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I come across one of my old CDs, and it's like whoever it is asking like $42 for it, and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm thinking, like, if you can get $42 for that, why don't you?
How about you get? How about
get
Jawn Star
42
get?
bucks.
Why don't you
42 bucks
distribute
it?
for me? Why don't you, we'll cut it. I'll give you a
I'll
good
sign
cut
'em.
for that. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, that stuff pops up. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The answer to your question, I know I wrote over 1,000 songs. I got a
Holy
big
smokes.
binder, and then I stopped keeping track.
Yeah.
As you get older, it's like the meticulous. Is kind of like, well, I got a bunch of them. That's
Yeah.
good enough.
Wow, what an incredible thing to aspire to, though, to have that problem. I don't know how many songs. I stopped counting after 1,000. No, but really, not to make light of that, you've had an incredible musical journey.
Well, thank you. It's been great, and it's been mad, and it's
And
it's
you're
not over yet.
And it's not over yet,
it ain't
too,
over
because
yet.
you are still on that journey. I want to definitely clarify that.
Yeah.
You're playing regularly in the Orange County scene. You're very often over at Campus Jacks, in that beautiful venue with the killer
That's
QSC
great.
sound system.
Yeah, that's my cheers right now. I can go there, and people know my name, and
Yeah.
I don't really owe anybody any money, so I don't have to be nervous when I go in.
You walk in,
But it's-
John.
Yeah, that's a great place, though. Great venue, and the Tuesday night thing is great because they, local songwriters, and it's a place to, get up on a stage, and if you perform, that it's one thing to rehearse at home in your kitchen or even in your studio or whatever, but then to get out in front of people with the lights and the PA and the monitors, it's a whole nother bag. So that takes practice, you know,
Oh,
just
yeah.
beyond practicing your craft and whatever, it's getting out on it, you know. That's,
whole other animal.
yeah,
Right.
And
right.
then isn't it comforting though, because I'm sure throughout your career you've had every experience imaginable to walk into a venue into gosh only knows what kind of sound system and sound engineer.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm sure it's very comforting to your soul and to the quality of your artistry to know you're walking into somewhere that's going to sound solid, because the engineer is more than qualified, the equipment is stellar, the venue stellar. So I'm sure that's
Golden is great. She does
yeah.
a great job, and you know, now we've worked together for a couple of years, I think, in terms of you know, I come in once or twice a month and do a little original set usually, and yeah, she's got it all dialed in. She's great.
And I saw you just posted a new venue coming up at the Port with Christy Fisher.
That's right. That's she's got a gig there on she's there every Tuesday night at the Port in Corona Del Mar, and so she brings guests to kind of come along and play along the night with her. And so I am tomorrow night's guest. It's a great little venue too. It's great. I mean, it's not little, but it's a great venue. It's got an open air thing, you know, between the bar and the where the performers are, and yeah, I went in there a couple weeks ago and just to see her play, and you know, sat in a little bit, and it's fun. Great venue, so I highly recommend it.
Awesome.
Yeah, killer Mediterranean food too, if you're
That's
a clean
it, yeah.
eater.
Yeah, right.
Yes, last time I went in there with my daughter to listen to Christy Fisher. By the way, I got my daughter her usual chicken and rice, and I got salmon and rice. As soon as the plates were set down in front of me, and my daughter stole my plate and ate all my salmon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kids,
really?
kids
Little
do that.
stinker. Stinker. All right. So, hey, let's listen to some of your tunes. We've got several of them dialed in, and you're going to also play live for us tonight, right?
If I at all possibly can, yes.
Absolutely. We're going to make that happen. Let's check out Intermission by Jawn Star. Here we go.
Round and round the ceiling goes till there's no buffer. Lost and found, your feelings show you care, you suffer. We are all the same. You turn, you reach, try to shake up a creek. What you seek is within you. Welcome to your intermission. Do you know where you're gonna go? Using your internal vision. While there's no break in the show, only you know what's in your heart, what you truly desire. Now that you're replenished and recharged, intermission is over. Make your way back. Swirling thoughts inside your head are leading you to what's been said. Ancient scrolls and paradigms, as old as sin and father time. Every choice is yours. No matter what the cards say, plot your course, jump on your horse, and ride like the wind. Welcome to your intermission. Do you know where you're gonna go? Using your internal vision. Now while there's a break in the show, only you know what's in your heart, what you truly desire. Now that you're replenished and recharged. Intermission is over. Rest. Movement. The formula of life is flowing through you. Test. Surprise. The formula of the person as you die. Welcome to your intermission. Do you know where you're gonna go? Using your internal vision. Now while there's a break in the show, only you know what's in your heart, what you truly desire. Now that you're replenished and recharged. Intermission is
In the studio with Jawn Star with Intermission.
Love that.
Yeah.
Man, so
Smoked,
cool.
Thanks.
man.
Thanks.
Smoked.
Thank you.
I want your secrets on how you mixing those vocals.
Oh, well, you know, this particular track, I teamed up with a buddy of mine named Craig Pilo. He's a drummer, and he produced these. I was recording him at home, and then I'd send it to him, and he'd put the drums on it. And he sort of took over and did the mixing and put the effects and what have you on the vocals. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, and I kind of reflected that in the tracks that I sent. But then he produced the rest of it, and he's great. He's a great musician, and he's turned out to be a really good producer, too. He was the drummer for Frankie Valli, who I don't know if you've ever heard of Frankie
I think so.
Yeah, well, we're
And-
pretty young.
Well, yes, it might be a little before your time, but
Yeah, right.
and he toured with him forever. So that was, and now he's doing some other stuff, and he's played with other people too. But yeah, we did a couple albums worth of stuff. That album, and then my most recent album. So yeah, and that was I thought that was kind of a rockin', kind of a atmospheric,
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I love the guitar work.
Oh.
We were talking. It's ripping. I love the sound of the guitar.
Oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So what'd you play on that track?
Guitar wise,
Yeah.
Oh, one of my electrics.
One
Well,
of
I
your
had
many electric.
Well, I've got a few, but
Yeah.
I'd have to look at my records. It actually wouldn't be in my records, but I don't remember which guitar, but I know there was some wah in there. I used a
Yeah.
little wah, and
Yep.
I mean, I tend to overdo it, so there's probably I probably used 5 different guitars total on the whole thing.
It was very effective.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a cool track. Definitely.
Good.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. You have a flavor like a psychedelic Beatles sound to you. I hope that's okay that I put those two.
Why I
together.
never. Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Yeah, that
that's
was the
kinda- that's what I-
psychedelic area of the Beatles.
That's what I.
That's-
That's what I get out of your sound, and I
Oh,
dig
yeah.
it.
Cool. That's definitely a big influence. I mean, I'm 63, 60. So I was
baby.
well. The Beatles were a big influence on me
Sure.
when I was still in rubber pants. And
Yeah.
It was already an influence. So yeah, you can't get away from
Rubber pants.
Well, I was in rubber pants last week too, so that isn't really a good. Back in the day,
all have
when
it
there were
coming.
cloth diapers, you'd wear rubber pants that
Like
went over the
like a protection
with the elastic.
cover.
That line used to work. Now he's like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I just had to roll with that.
that's
Had to roll with that.
That's good. That's how the only way I'll learn.
Are you from Southern California originally?
I am. Yes. Yeah. I was born in Salinas, which is north of here.
It's a cool
A
town.
bit north. Yeah. I don't remember very much
In
of
the
it,
Tules.
'cause Yeah, right.
Yeah.
My dad was in the Army, so I happened to be born up there, but I grew up in like L.A.-ish area and then moved out to Chino, Inland Empire. So I grew up mostly in Inland Empire.
Right.
In the IE.
The IE, there you go.
I like how
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
LA-ish. I was born in LA-ish.
Well, it was El Monte, and so it's kind of what you'd say is like East LA, but it wasn't like born in East. I mean, it's that sounds like I was but it was suburbs, whatever, suburbia.
The suburbs of LA.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yes, California bread.
Yes, sir. Truly a local and a legend. A local legend.
Well, I don't know about all that, but thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's a heck of a body of work. I mean, it's amazing. And one thing I was going to mention is my wife set up, well, I helped her out, but we set up our turntable on a Saturday night.
It's about time.
And I know. She's been nagging me for not nagging, pleading that I get it set up again. But my listening that night was Zeppelin 1.
Oh.
Okay.
And then You'll Like This, Rory Gallagher.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then Robin Trower.
Oh, wow.
So now I got my ears listening, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So
Very
Awesome.
cool.
I
very
picked up on
cool.
that first tune we played so now as a guitar player, you like go in and out of stuff. Like you don't plug your wah-wah in for 6 years and then you plug it in just because it's fun, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's always like, what does this song need? What can I do here? Or sometimes it's backwards. Sometimes it's like, I want to use this effect on something. Where can I put it?
Totally.
So
Yeah.
sometimes the song calls for it. Other times I just want to do it. So
Yeah.
it's how creativity works. It's
Fun.
Yes, the creative mind. Let's check out World of Love.
All right.
all right.
You ready for this? Duet.
Everything she touches turns to gold. Anything she sits on becomes a throne. Sister, friend, mama, child, girl. Woman is the queen of the world. So I lift her up and she makes me high. It's just enough to keep us satisfied. And one of these days when the stars align, the moon of a union will surely shine. Welcome to the world of love. 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 It's never too early for a romp in the sand. Let's turn a women to a master plan. She makes me wanna sing. The girl's got everything. So I lift her up and she makes me high. It's just enough to keep us satisfied. And one of these days when the stars align, the moon of our union will surely shine. Welcome to the world of love. Welcome to the world of love. Welcome to the world
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah. Excellent track.
Oh, thanks.
Fun.
thanks.
I love how you took the word love and you spread it out to cover like 4, 6, 8 measures.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
then at the very end, you hit those Zeppelin. Exactly. Some.
Yeah.
Can't always
Yeah.
hit them, but
Which came first, Jawn Star or Zeppelin? On those notes right there. You know what? That could be an argument for. That could be a debate.
there you go. I sent them a demo tape before they were, before they made it. And,
Right, and
I
that's
was,
where it happened,
I was,
Do it, push.
I never heard back from them. Next thing you know, 2 years later, Zeppelin's huge.
See?
Typical.
That was me. That was
Yeah,
me.
I've heard that.
That was my
story.
demo tape.
I heard that.
I'm joking, of course. That was just
Yeah.
a joke.
You know what? Actually, I would believe it
Back off the
though.
lawyers.
Yeah.
For entertainment purposes only.
Oh
Yeah. No, there's no stealing in music.
No,
Ever.
and I definitely don't mean to suggest that whatsoever, especially
no,
when I make
no,
comparisons.
I'm flattered.
I'm glad that you're taking it that way because I
Yeah.
don't ever want to ever downplay your uniqueness.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate
And
that. This is a lot of appreciation. I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
I'm
this, hey, that's
used to
what we're
getting
here
kicked
for.
around,
Well,
this is good. I'm amongst my people.
the only exception to that is like me. I steal everything, and I'm perfectly okay with it. So,
Well, as long as you feel okay about it, it's that's it's funny. I had something I was working on musically, and I was kind of going for a Peter Gabriel vibe, And I think I played it for my wife, or maybe it was somebody else before I knew my wife. I forget how this story ends if it's
Yeah.
incriminating, but so I played the track for whoever it was, and they're like, "Oh, okay." I'm getting kind of like a little Neil Diamond vibe, and I'm like, "Oh, I was going for a Peter Gabriel vibe," and whoever it was is hearing Neil Diamond. I'm like,
Yeah.
missed that one, by that much. But Neil Diamond sold a few records too, so
He did.
One or two,
You know,
I'll take it.
my mom had a major crush on him back in the day.
Sure.
Back in
Yeah.
the
A
day,
lot of
right?
moms did.
And
Oh,
of
yeah.
course,
Yeah.
of course, I was a little girl at that time, so I was like, "Ew, mom, ew." Now, when I listen or watch something live on YouTube with Neil Diamond, and now I'm the age that he was at that time. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, like Mike and I are big fans of Tom Jones.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't
I mean,
understand
I
that at
just-
all.
I can't get-
Which
I
I
can't-
cannot find out why.
Wow.
There's an age thing right there, right? Because
Well, but he
incredible.
was pretty groovy. He was kind of rocking.
heck
It's
yeah.
not unusual to be alone. I know one. And those moves. You didn't like those moves?
I grew up in Vegas, and the
Oh,
whole
okay.
Italian stallion with the shirt unbuttoned and the
Yeah.
chest hair and the
Yeah.
medallion metal, the
Hey,
gold
man.
necklace.
Sure,
If you
sure.
can sell it.
So kind of corny is what you're thinking, right? It's kind of, yeah.
Michaela's horrified by
I appreciate the talent, no doubt.
There you go. There you go.
Just the persona. All right, let's get on over to some legendary Jawn Star with this song titled "Breathe." I knew I wanted to keep the song because I remembered that you have that inked on your arm.
I do. Just to try to remember, don't forget to breathe.
Yeah, very important.
Very important.
With the Beetle font. So
Awesome.
since you can't see it.
Yep.
Here, I'll put it on the mic.
Oh, I see it.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, for everybody out in Radio Land. Here's Breathe.
How you breathe is how you are. Fast and shallow, or deep and far. You run your body like you drive your car. And how you breathe is how you are. You are a spectacle waiting to see that the seams, feigning seem to recognize familiar faces in dreams. Each drop of morning dew carries the same compromise. As the passion exudes from you, empathy flows through your eyes. And how you breathe is how you are. Vast and shallow, or deep and far. You run your body like you drive your car. And how you breathe is how you are. Carry the world and you'll not live to get very far. But love one another like the sisters and brothers you are. Crystallized kindness, compassion, stalactites, here waiting for you, leaving you wanting for nothing and nothing to how you breathe is how you are. Vast and shallow, or deep and far. You run your body like you drive your car. And how you breathe is how you are. You run your body like you drive your car. How you breathe is how you are. You
Jawn Star.
Nice.
That was Breathe.
Beautiful too.
Yeah, I love that. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
The bells, there were two different bell sounds going on in that song.
Ah, very good, very good. Yeah, I had two sets of bells. And in fact, when I went into this album, I think this is from the Vibe album. When I set out to do this album, I really wanted to do a lot of acoustic sounds and acoustic percussion, you know, and double track it. And so I got two sets. I got a xylophone, and then I got this little blue toy. But it had bells in it. And it was a
Yeah.
little
No, it's
out of
fine.
tune from the xylophone.
I love that.
So was it a
Yeah.
xylophone or no? It was a glockenspiel. But so I would record the part, double it on these things, and separate them in the mix, and it was cool. They were just out from each other enough that it was I thought it came out
Very
pretty
cool.
Very nice.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, very interesting. Thank you for being so interesting.
Oh, my pleasure.
Hey, let me tell you, it is good for our ears to hear your creativity
Aw.
and the different things you have going on in your songs. But
Cool.
there's you wanted me to narrow down, and I was like, how can I narrow down these creative elements? Because that's what when I go to listen to your songs, I'm not just listening to just another song. I'm listening to the elements, I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to what you did and what you're saying. All of it.
Yeah,
And I really don't like to narrow it down.
Well, neither do I. That's why I asked you.
That's why you made me
get
do
somebody
it.
else to do it.
You made me do it. Well, I know, because they're all your children.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it's not on the set list tonight, but it has been played on ZZR before. One of your songs that I just dig is Wah Wah Freeway.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
That song
was
is so much fun.
From the latest album, St. John's Grill.
Love it.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah,
Yes.
that's one of my little favorites from the album too.
Yeah, I dig that. And it's a perfect driving song, too.
Ah,
I'm
good.
driving
good.
down
Is
the
there a wah-wah
Wah
on that song?
Freeway.
I probably
Yeah,
obligatorily
yeah.
put one in there.
I think
That
there's
song's
a wah-wah.
gotta have a wah-wah.
There's a
in it.
wah-wah-ish
It's
going
gonna
on in
be
there.
Wah-wah Freeway.
In
Kinda
fact,
figured.
we're going to have to, maybe we'll cue it up. Maybe we'll cue that up. All right, so next we're going to listen to OK. This song is going to, this song is stunning. I mean, what song of John's isn't stunning?
please.
But
Please go on. Go on.
No, this one is, and I've heard him play it live over at Campus Jack's, and then the recording, just to hear how you've layered the vocals and stuff in the recording. It's breathtaking.
Oh, thank you.
This is OK by Jawn Star.
Nothing is real, it's about which you feel. Everything else is a prop. No one can stop you and nothing ever will. And that which you dream, though distant it seems, it's constantly calling you near. Here's what you do to hear it. Be perfectly still. Everything is gonna be okay. Everyone is gonna be alright. Look for wonderful and wicked days, and more comfortable and lonely nights. We'll have people living under the ocean, and farmers still baling hay. Everything is gonna be okay. Reach, don't you ever stop your reaching. Teach with the things that you do. Each holds the answers you are seeking. Help these souls grow in the absence of war. Now is the time to live like never before. Come around tomorrow and we'll do it some more. Everything is gonna be okay. Everyone is gonna be alright. Look for wonderful and wicked days, and more comfortable and lonely nights. We'll have people living under the ocean, farmers still baling
Okay.
Wow.
I told
Beautiful.
you, right?
Okay.
Just melt right there in your seat listening to that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, this, as we talk about on the show, is the amount of artistry here in Orange County. And what Mike and I, since we've been on the show, we were unaware. We're rock guys, right? We have our own little bubble, and we don't see a lot of the stuff that's going around. And this has been an eye-opener for us ever since we joined in with Michaela's to hear artists such as yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned where you live is very close to me, and, you know, we probably see each other, you know, at Home Depot or whether, and I would never know, you know, the level of musicianship and the songwriting capability that you have. It's amazing.
Oh,
and it's
thank
just,
you.
know,
Thanks.
that tune just shows the influences. Yeah, I think we hear a little bit of the influence there.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it's as good as it gets, you know?
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I can't wait to hear more.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Well, go to johnstar.com. JAWN.
Yes. Okay.
Go for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because John is spelled a little different than normal. It's JAWN star STAR.com. That URL again, johnstar.com.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yes, and John did bring an beautiful Taylor acoustic guitar with him tonight. He's going to play live, and but before he does that, I want to do a little bit of bragging on his keyboard skills, because if you ever get the chance to hear him play live, Campus Jocks is an easy one. He's over there quite often, and they have a baby grand piano set up on their stage.
Mm-hmm.
John just takes command of the keyboard, and his fingers play those keys like absolute butter. I mean, he just takes command of that keyboard. And if I just suggest you get a little taste of that.
Yeah, well, I
for
keep the
sure.
gigs on my website. So if you go to my website and you look at the shows page, I always have them listed there. So
Yes,
keep track.
and John is awesome at promoting or letting the world know where he's playing. And I did this. I sent this message to John, and I was not joking. I meant it when I said this. Jawn Star needs to give a master's class on how artists can promote themselves on social media, because
yeah.
he is on top of it
Excellent.
like no other artist I've seen. And so he even advertised being on Ground Zero Radio before we did, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. He's on top of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he knows how important it is. If you don't tell people,
Right. How are they going to
gonna
know? How are they going to know?
Yeah, and I'm pretty critical. I look at things. I look at when people put stuff out, and I'm like, I might do that differently. So when I do my own stuff, I can do it the way I want to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and you
So.
do an excellent job of it.
Well, thank you.
So that Taylor guitar you brought tonight, you and Tris were talking about the model of it.
Yeah.
And the body size. It appears to be a medium body size.
Yeah.
What model is that?
It's a 114 CE.
That's what it is.
With the ES2 expression system, which is the pickup and so forth. Tone control, bass, treble. This is good. I have a smaller Taylor, and it's kind of a beginner level, but it's great. Punchy, poppy guitar, you know, and then I've got a nice Koa. It's more of a normal size, kind of a dreadnought with a single cutaway, and it's a beautiful guitar, more than I usually pay for my instruments. But it was nice, warm, you know, rich sound, but it was not popping like that little one. So I found this little baby bear was right in the middle. It was just right. So it pops like the littler one, but it's a little bigger like the bigger one, so it's a little richer and warmer, but it also pops.
So nice. What are you going to play for us?
Well, I'm going to play a song called That's All Right.
Well,
Okay.
well, that's all right.
All right. Not that one. Oh, one more second and we would have been in copyright trouble there. Okay. all y'all out there in cyberspace heaven, listen up closely, you can use this tonight. Falling tall is something, takes a bit of practice, but everybody's been there, and that's alright. That's alright. In a deepening dimension, too evident to mention, here's a wink for luck and a kiss goodnight. With the passing of the seasons, it only stands to reason it's gonna happen once again, and that's alright. That's alright. For to carry me home and give us a place to roam. Gonna carry you home, oh yeah. What you did before, it's way behind you. Kiss the morning daily, kiss your day goodnight. You are a creation, a never-ending story, perfectly evolving, and that's alright. Oh, that's alright. For to carry us home and give us a place to roam, wanna carry us home. Oh yeah. What you did before, it's way behind you. Kiss the morning daily, kiss your day goodnight. You are a creation, a never-ending story, perfectly evolving, and that's alright. Yeah, we keep revolving, and that's alright. Ooh, ooh, oh baby, that's all right.
Right
Wow.
on.
Jeez,
Yes.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you,
Fantastic.
please, thank you.
You know, I've said it before. The show is so awesome because I get a front row seat to a concert on every show.
Yeah, you're a little close, actually. You know,
I loved
A
it.
little uncomfortable.
It's not
orchestra
uncomfortable.
pit.
No, a
No, I'm
lot of the
joking,
better.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was incredible. What a beautiful
Thanks.
song. Well written, well played. I was watching the chord changes going, how come I don't know those chords?
Yeah, you start making up your own
Sure.
at some point.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Oh, cool.
I got to
Thank you,
come
thank
see you at these Sean. I got to get out of the house sometime.
You know, that's that's what I thought about coming here today. It's like, I got to get out of here more often.
Well, where do we get to see you next?
Let's see. Well, I'll be at the port tomorrow in Corona Del Mar with the lovely and talented Christy Fisher. And that's it. Usually I'm once a month or sometimes twice. I'll be at Campus Jack's. But for right now, it's tonight doing this and tomorrow at the port. And then if you go to JawnStar.com, as soon as I get the gigs, I put them up there. So,
All right. Awesome. I'll be watching.
I think. Oh, you know,
sure.
I'll be doing a cruise. I think of April of next year. This year we went to. It's called On the Blue Cruise, and it used to be the Moody Blues Cruise, but then Justin Hayward left the Moody Blues, so they couldn't call it the Moody Blues Cruise, so they call it On the Blue Cruise, and Justin Hayward is there, lead singer from Moody Blues, and it's all kinds of classic rock, Al Stewart, Alan Parsons,
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Starship. Yeah, it's great. So I was on there. I got a friend, Fernando Perdomo, Great, brilliant producer, guitar player, great guy from Florida, but he's been out here in L.A. for a couple. Wow, the iced tea's really kicking in. I'm just going.
I knew it.
But anyway, they asked him to put a yacht rock band together, and so he brought me in on keys and vocals, and so we did that this year, and we're going to be doing it next year. So I do have one more gig on the books. It's on the Blue Cruise in April of 2024.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Right there, local legend, still kicking it and putting out new material. Jawn Star, JAWNSTAR.com. And if it's okay with you, we're gonna play one of my favorites. One of my favorites by you.
Sure.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
This be how you like that English?
Okay. Yes.
It's been brought to you by American School System.
This this song is titled Wah Wah Freeway by Jawn Star.
And the dance off is tonight. Patties in a bunch, better skip lunch, have a cocktail on the flight. You've been here before. Daddy's little happy girl. You're on the Wah-Wah freeway, yeah. Driving down the Wah-Wah freeway. About me, wait, so I heard. Sometimes all we can do is complain. Just stay in your lane. It's quite a big you're in, but you take it on the chin. Save your tears for the galley tonight. It's your body, you can cry if you want to. Maybe even start a fight. It's the perfect cinch for you to be your baby. You're on the Wah-Wah freeway, yeah. You're flying down the Wah-Wah freeway, It's all about freeway. So I heard. Sometimes all we can do is complain. Just stay in your lane. What will she do this time? What is happening now? What might she do this time? What will happen next? Hitchhiking down the Wah-Wah freeway, yeah. Down the Wah-Wah